It's good day. You're welcome to another fantastic edition of 360 Sport. It's been a wonderful time, and I would like to say a big Workers' Day for all those workers out there who have been part of this program. And I'm sure you really enjoyed your day sitting down at home and relaxing from our day work for the first quarter of the year. My name is Mudashiru Shitu, and definitely, as like we always do on 360 Sport, we'll take you into the world of sport. And trending news that has to affect us locally before we look at news that goes, of course, the show of Africa. And I want to that big thank you for our fans on Facebook for making it 10,000 likes for TV360 on Facebook. We want to say a big thank you for the continuation of support and for the likes on Facebook. And for those of us asking that what on Facebook, we are TV360 online on Facebook, and also on Twitter and YouTube, we are TV360 Nigeria. That's where you can actually get a very good glimpse of what we do here. I'm not doing this alone. I have a friend in the house. It's sportman in look, and also a sportman in career. Talking about Sholakwe Lawa Sholari. Sholakwe, it's good to have you here.
Thank you, Muda. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, okay. It's a pleasure as usual to have you here, and I hope that when we beckon on you, you'll be back into the studio.
Surely.
But, we want to start from a news that we don't know that this will definitely be the outcome of it. But on April 7, 2018, and the first leg between Plateau United, the MPFL champion, and USM Algiers of Algeria in the first leg of the CAF Confederation Cup that took place at Agege Stadium called the Soccer Temple. Investigation after the match found out that a Nigerian referee has been banned CAF for 1 year. Godfrey Ogabo has been banned for 1 year for statements that can bring the CAF match between Plateau United and USM Algiers into a lot of disruption. And the committee on CAF, referee committee on CAF for African football, in line with suggestion made by the continental body's disciplinary body, has decided to put Godfrey Ogabo for 1 year without practicing. Not also, the Apex Football Authority in Africa, talking about CAF, also want Plateau United to stop giving complimentary gifts that might create wrong perception in the minds of officials. Meanwhile, CAF has also asked the South Africa Football Association, SAFA, to apologize for the Nigerian Football Federation. This came after several investigations which revealed that no official of the Nigerian Football Federation at any time given an amount of $30,000 for the center referee in the match between Plateau United, which Plateau United won against USM Algiers of Algeria at the Agege Stadium. So this was a topic that has been taking so much of the limelight in the world of African football. Sholape, what's your view as regards to this?
Well, when the news broke that Joseph Ogabo, that's a point of correction, not Godfrey,
okay, thank you
that
very
Joseph
much.
Ogabo was indicted for soliciting for technical assistance for Plateau United. It came as a shock, but I wasn't really surprised because over the years we've had issues concerning refereeing and officiating in the Nigerian league, you understand? But with this one coming to the limelight on the global stage, on the continental stage, on Africa itself, it was a little bit surprising for me, but I wasn't really thrown overboard. But I knew this was something that needed to be treated, and I loved the way CAF treated the whole stuff. Because basically what Ogabo did really smeared our reputation. It did. Because the present Nigerian Referee Association Board are really trying, to create sanity and bring in orderliness into officiating in the Nigerian League. And if they are doing that, definitely their result, their efforts should reflect onto the continental stage. But with what Ogabo did, I listen now, it tainted their effort. But in all good light, I still see it as a good development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still talking about that, what do you understand by the technical support? From your own observation and investigation you've carried out, what's the under meaning of technical support?
According to CAF, they said he solicited for technical assistance. Technical assistance, in quote, I don't understand what Joseph Ogabo was trying to attract from the SAFA officials, South African officials that came. I don't understand what he was trying to get from them. Because if you are talking about technical assistance, is Ogabo part of Plateau United coaching staff? No, he's a referee. Then the thing is this, the question you also ask yourself is that...
He wasn't even officiating on that.
He wasn't officiating. The question you ask yourself was that, who was he soliciting for? You understand? Who was he soliciting for? This, what do I call it? This solicitation, or this...
Solicit.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying that this technical assistance consultation that I was trying to carry out on behalf of Plateau United, technically on behalf of Plateau United, there was an intent and there was a contact. According to CAF, fine, no, the certain amount of money, $30,000 in question, didn't really exchange hands. But there was a contact and an intent. It was on those two premises, the two premises that CAF used to judge Ogabo. If you establish a contact, there must be an intent. What were you driving at? And based on those two premises, CAF passed the judgment that, look here, there was an intent to manipulate the game. Although Plateau United won, but the intent was there. So that incurred CAF's wrath. And at the end of the day, they even scolded Plateau United. Do not offer complimentary gift.
That creates wrong perception.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think CAF actually done well so much in this case study. But we know that, you can say on screen right now, that other referee who in the past has been banned for several months, for years, for unfair judgment on the field of play. Also, further in that case, we realize that CAF also told SAFA, which is South African football, to apologize to the the Nigerian Football Federation, because there was not really a $30,000 exchange of money. Is that a good decision by the disciplinary committee of CAF?
Exactly, it's a good decision right now, because the NFF is the official football body in Nigeria. In this kind of situation, involving a South African official, dragging a Nigerian referee into this whole bra or drama that there was an attempt to bribe or probably to lure him with $30,000. Definitely, you know the way rumors fly, the way information are carried back and forth. South Africa authority, football authorities could have as well thought probably NFF had one or two things to do with this, because this is about Nigerian football league, Nigerian football club. It's about Nigerian football. It's about Nigerian football and the football club participating on the global stage right now. So I understand CAF's decision to order SAFA to give apologies to Nigerian Football Federation is the right thing, because right now, NFF, to be sincere, let's be sincere, the NFF authorities right now have done quite well, both continentally and internationally, when it comes to rebranding Nigerian football and administrative-wise. So it's a good thing for us.
Yeah, but there's one particular party in this case that did not mention a word, or nothing has actually come out from their side. That is the USM Algiers team, who obviously were the opposing team. They were away from home. Why is there silence of sort from CAF not mentioning their name? Why is there no such of a complaint from that side? Or why are they just okay with this decision? I'm just imagining what's going on in Algeria right now.
Okay, actually, Muda, I understand your curiosity, but looking at the whole scenario right now, USM Algiers are the away side. They came, they saw, but they couldn't conquer. But already, football officials officiating the match had made a report to CAF. I listen. If the South African referee, Victor Gomez, didn't report this, then definitely the Algerian team might have felt aggrieved or somehow. But since the football authorities themselves have already done that, Victor Gomez had already done that to CAF, then I don't see why you ought to create another drama.
Okay.
I'm just
You say because everything is going in the right direction. And let's look at it finally on the fact that CAF bans Nigeria referee, which is Godfrey
Joseph Ogaba.
for a year.
Yeah.
And we know that we don't. None of our referees have been doing so well continentally. How would that affect the image of Nigerian referee? Further, even as of right now, we know that when it comes to the World Cup, when it comes to the African continent, Nigerians referee are not a good percentage of those officiating.
Yeah, actually, this is it now. I won't say it spells doom. I won't say it spells doom for Nigerian referees. No, but I would say probably it could create how will I call it a sort of gloom, not doom. It could create a sort of gloom for them in the sense that this is a profession that is trying to gain recognition not only in Africa but in the whole world. I listen. So with this kind of thing coming up right now, like I told you earlier, it taints the effort of the Nigerian Referee Association Board. I listen. They've been on a trajectory, upward trajectory, to cleansing officiating in Nigeria. I listen when it comes to the league and so forth. But with this now, it's just like a minor deflation. Okay. It wouldn't really stop anything. Our own thing is to continue that path to progress. That's how I see it.
Thank you very much. And that's how we are going to analyze on the fact that CAF has banned the Nigerian referee for 1 year. Is not going to officiate at all in any of international and also local league games. Away from that, I also say thank you if you're just joining us. You're welcome to 360 Sports. I have Shalakbe Lawa Sholari in the house with me. And we'll be going to a segment of the program which I've been receiving a lot of welcome development and an happy ovation for the very fact that we are going to the segment called Moment in World Sport. And you can see on your screen right now, in the next minutes, you'll be seeing so many moments in world sport that can create a new brand of liveliness and taking your memories back to those moments you were watching sport or those moments you were not born at all. But all you could do right now is sit back and enjoy moments in world sport. And when we come back, our analysts will look at all these moments and choose a particular moment that he actually enjoyed so much in the past. And you can also do that. You can also do that by putting your comment on our Facebook page, TV360 Online. You can drop your moments in world sport among the list of the moments you are about to watch now. You can also do that on Twitter and YouTube, TV360 Nigeria. And we'll definitely get back to you. Enjoy this moment in world sport. I can tell you those moments were fantastic moments in the world of sport. Some when I was younger, some when I got older, but definitely this moment is very, very difficult for me to actually choose those moments there's in any preference of order. And let's don't forget, there's no preference of order in what you've just watched. It's just a collection of those moments that we'll not forget in a hurry. From Michael Field to Michael Jordan, and not forgetting Muhammad Ali and that Liverpool fought game that took in Istanbul some years back. You've seen that?
Yeah.
I'm sure. What's your moment in this Blue Year's time?
Actually, I'll go for Liverpool AC Milan, Istanbul 2006.
Where were you in 2006?
2006, I was still in, I guess I was in my final year, if I'm right. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in final year in the university, and 2006. The reason why I chose that moment was because, it's because I'm an AC Milan fan. I'm a Rossoneri. And it was a nightmarish experience for me. From 3 goals down, I call it 3 minutes or 6 minutes of madness. From 3 goals down, and Liverpool came back, and you know what? They turned the table against us. I can't just believe that that trophy left our grasp. That's the only thing I can say. But it's still crazy. It's one of the moments.
I don't feel emotional right now.
No, I'm not feeling emotional. But it's one of the moments.
Let's look at that. Let's look at this moment I'm going to talk about. Can you compare to that what happened in 1999, Bayern and Manchester United? When the super sub came in.
Solskjaer and Teddy Sheringham.
Yeah. Which moment do you think?
Okay, let me see. I'd rather go for AC Milan, Liverpool. Let's be objective now. This is not me being a Rossoneri fan.
Okay.
We are looking at the intensity and the craziness behind that victories. Okay. You understand? For crying out loud, Milan were 3 goals up. In the first half, that game was as good as dead. You understand? It was as good as dead. It was like a stroll in the park for AC Milan. And before you knew it, 3 magical moments, crazy moments that you cannot explain. Maybe there was a football force from nowhere that just struck, and the next thing, everything went up in smoke.
I'm not knowing how you're feeling right now,
So,
but I'm going to let you sip more there. I don't want to sit here. That's a really interesting moment in the house here. We'll go to another story right now, and all of a sudden, while we thought it has been a story of the past, the NFF Supreme Court has set aside the 2016 judgment of the Court of Appeal on the leadership touch in NFF. Chris Giwa, I'm sure you're seeing him on the screen right now, and his board has dragged the NFF the FIFA recognized Amadou Pinnick-led board to Supreme Court to set aside the verdict of the appeal court, which set aside the Federal High Court ruling in Jos. Some years back, Chris Giwa went to the High Court in Jos. Amadou Pinnick, and they nullified the election of Amadou Pinnick. Amadou Pinnick went to Court of Appeal and won back his mandate.
Yeah.
Now, when we thought it's over, now it's a World Cup year. Chris Giwa has gone to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court is directing the Court of Appeal that she should go back to Jos where it all started now. So Giwa, he also insisted that the election in Warri that brought in Amadou Pinnick was held against the rule of the High Court order. However, Amadou Pinnick is saying that he's holding on to the fact that Infantino let FIFA recognize the election and also let the world to know that Chris Giwa has been banned indefinitely from the world of sport. How will this affect Nigeria in this World Cup year? Shalakwe.
Okay, can I make a correction here?
Okay.
Giwa wasn't banned indefinitely. It was suspended for 5 years.
And after 5 years...
So after 5 years, I guess 2021, will be allowed to take part in football activities right now. So right now he's serving a suspension. I'll call it suspension for 5 years.
Okay.
I listen now. So on the issue of Giwa and Pinnick, if you're a game fan, it's like a Mortal Kombat, going back and forth, you understand? A tussle between 2 stakeholders. And it's quite unfortunate that Chris Giwa is not ready to sheath the sword right now. He wants judgment. He wants to reclaim his mandate. The whole thing started way back in 2014. Are you listening?
Yeah.
When Giwa won the election in Abuja. And same year of 2014, September 30 to be precise, in Warri, the Congress of NFF that took place gave the mandate to PINIC. That was the beginning of the whole problem. From 2014 downward, 2015, Giwa won in Federal High Court in Jos. PINIC went to Court of Appeal and he won. He swung back in his favor. From Court of Appeal, Giwa took it down to CAS, Court of Arbitration of Sports, in Zurich, Switzerland. He lost to PINIC again. From there, Giwa took it now down to Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has not yet, or did not pass a judgment on that case. The Supreme Court simply reverted to the status quo. It told both Giwa, both parties, that they should go back for retrial at the Federal High Court in Jos, that the Court of Appeals ruling was not binding just because the Supreme Court said the Court of Appeal lacks the legal framework and jurisdiction to hear the case. So it should go back for retrial in Jos.
Yeah, okay.
So right now, we're having a stalemate, sort of. But we know that FIFA recognizes PINIC.
And the fact that, lastly on the program, we want to look at the fact that you don't take football matters to the court.
Yeah.
And we perhaps might be in a position of getting back. Quickly, because of that time, what do you think would be the implication of this case in the World Cup here?
The implication of this case in the World Cup here is this. I would tell Nigerians, don't panic. We are definitely going to Russia 2018. We know what is at stake. The football administrators and the whole stakeholders know what is at stake. Even the Supreme Court knows what is at stake. But not by not hearing that case, by telling them to go for a trial back in Federal High Court Jos, means a statement. It's a huge statement. If you can read in between the lines, they know what is at stake. FIFA detests courts.
Yeah.
FIFA detests government intrusion. But right now, I will say this, we are lucky we have an Amaju PINIC that has dined and wined with FIFA and CAF on the international stage.
So we fear no ban.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a big time here with you. Shalakwe, a good friend.
Yeah.
And I want to say perhaps next week, hope you listen to us when we tell you to come back into the studio.
I will be glad to show up.
Yet, a big thank you for all of you out there. We want to say sometime next week, we'll be bringing you trending stories in the world of sport. And not forgetting that a big thank you for those that have made us the 10,000 like on Facebook. And if you want to join this community of 360 Sport and TV360, you could join us on Facebook, TV360 Online. And you could check our Twitter handle and YouTube, TV360 Nigeria, to be part of this largest online community of sports in the social media, TV360. I want to say a big thank you to all of you out there. Same time next week, we'll be back and give you, don't forget, trending and interesting stories in the world of sport. Enjoy the rest of your day.